Learning is hard, learning is painful, learning is good, and work will set you free. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Limit 55. Today, I am going to pull the engine to investigate a pretty massive oil leak coming from the rear main seal area between the engine and the gearbox. And while that is going to suck very much to do, sometimes you've got to take 3 steps backward before you can take 20 steps forward. So I'm going to pull the engine out. I'm going to investigate that leak. There's also a leak between the head and the block coming from the very back, so I'm going to re-torque the head and hopefully that addresses that as well. So, engine out the car, oil leak investigation. Let's do it. It's time to disconnect the exhaust, disconnect the starter motor because that doesn't clear the steering box. And then there's some other little miscellaneous things. Fuel line, which is, whoa, okay, all right, we are pouring fuel everywhere. That's good. Oh. The seats were never screwed in, they were just dumped on the floor, so that's an easy takeout. Alright, everything is rigged up. 5th time I've undone these bolts. Why is it taking so many times? Why can't it just be right first time? What have I done to deserve this? I'm trying to save you, car. Why are you fighting back? Come on. Out you come. Getting bolts to line up or take the pressure off bolts when you've got such a huge mass is like mind-blowing to me. How they manage to dock anything to the space station just blows my mind. This steering box is a real pain in the ass. I wonder if I didn't have it on when I did this the other 3 times. I don't know why the car is fighting so hard. I just had to pull the whole steering box out because part of the engine block wasn't clearing it. I guess I must not have had the steering box in when I put the engine in the last time. I don't really remember, but anyway, it's out now. I don't know why. The car is fighting. It's fighting me back right now. Everything is coming apart. Oh. Let's try it again. The remote shift has to come off. The remote shift on the gearbox has to come off. I promise. This is the last piece that has to come off. Alright, here we go. Pulling the head back to basics. Found the little moisture trail, which is leading from this water jacket hole to the corner where I saw water weeping out when I first started the engine. So the root cause, I'm gonna clean everything. I'm gonna get it ready to put a new head gasket on. And then when I get the studs out, I'm gonna put some gasket sealer on the base of each of them. I read that it's possible that water can weep up the threads and then leak out through capillary action. So I'm gonna put some gasket goo on the base of each of the studs, clean everything, get a new gasket on, make sure it's absolutely super duper clean. Torque everything to 55 foot-pounds. We're going to give it an extra 5 foot-pounds. There's water in each of the pistons, so it's behaving as if it was loose. So we'll give it an extra bit of chooch, and then we'll diagnose the oil leak out the back. Daniel's here.
Howdy.
Oh, baby!
Violent.
Okay. Okay. And off it comes.
How about that?
Okay, it's a new day. Daniel is no longer on the phone, and I had to stare at this for a little while to figure out what exactly went wrong. But I figured it out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I figured it out. I'm staring at this and then I see these scorch marks because the flywheel was rubbing against the seal. Look, you can see these scorch marks and you can see where the oil, this is oil sprayed out. This was rubbing against the seal and it actually wore away some of the mounting that holds the lip. You can kind of see the rubber lip starting to disintegrate there. So, that there's your problem. You know, I mean, the flywheel was rubbing on the seal, caused the seal to disintegrate. Okay, another layer deep, 5 whys. Why was the flywheel rubbing on the seal? And it clearly says in the instructions, the flywheel may need to be machined to leave a depth of 0.08 inches between the rear face and the surface which fits against the crank flange. Most flywheels have an overhang of 0.125 inches. Guess what? I measured my flywheel. 126. Very damn near the same as 0.125. So I had read these instructions several times. I even highlighted it. Look at the spot. It's been highlighted. With this highlighter, I never highlight anything. And I missed it. I don't know. I didn't check it. I must have read it, highlighted it on the first draft, the first review of the document. And then I never physically checked it. And now the engine's out of the car again. But the good news is, now I know the root cause. Easy fix. Drop the flywheel off at the machinist tomorrow morning, sharpish, 7 a.m. Be there. Boom. In. Out. Okay, it's 10 o'clock at night. I think I've been staring at this long enough. Oh. Learning is hard. Learning is painful. Learning is good, and work will set you free. I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment.